Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad. Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and today's a quick tip. All right. So often we build a scene, and when we're done with it, we love the way it works, looks, and over time, something may be just not 100% right, or may not work right, or whatever the case may be. We want to go ahead and modify it. Okay? Well, that's the case for these buildings right here. All right, there's 3 of them so far of these backdrop buildings that run behind the Union Station scene, and the thing about it is, you know, if I need to get in and under and lift this platform up behind me, I have to take each building off individually, and it becomes a pain. And there's a much easier way to do it. And what I decided to do was connect those 3 buildings. Now, because the track is hidden, the trolley track runs through those buildings hidden. All right, they all have an opening, and openings are the same size and dimensions. So basically, you know, trying to glue the pieces together, that can work. But what I also wanted to do was have a mechanical, not just a chemical, but a mechanical connection between the 2, or in this case, between the 3 buildings. So I got to thinking, never a good thing, get some of these page protectors, all right, or notebooks, whatever you want to call them, and these clips. Now, each one of those buildings has a separate lighting system. Okay? So they come off, but then you got to unplug each one of the lights, etc. So that's one of the reasons why it's not totally advantageous. But as we look at this, all right, you can see what I've done here. There's plugs for lighting in the center building and the end building. The other short building doesn't have a plug, it's just a light connected to the bus bars behind. But what I decided to do was, because these openings were standardized, okay, taking this and cutting it to size to fit here and here, along with here and here, and just pry them open and clip the 2 walls together and glue it. Okay. So then what I ended up doing, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but we're going to give it a shot, is right here, there, I went ahead and drilled a hole through there and ran the wiring from this building to this building. So now only 1 lighting connection is necessary. So between adhering the 3 buildings together and making 1 lighting system, now it's easy, much easier to take on and off of the layout. So I'll show you how quick you can go back on. And it sits down right there, and then it's just a matter of 1 plug. And there it is. Back on the layout. All right. Everybody has their favorite glue or adhesive, solvent, whatever you want to call them. You know, whether it be a super glue, you know, gel, or quick setting, thin, whatever the case may be. But for styrene, my go-tos are the Tamiya green cap, extra thin, or the Plastruck plastic plug. Okay. And third choice would be the Plastruck bonding. Okay. In today's day and age, you used to be able to run right up to the Hobbytown, USA, and pick up my glues rather close, or, you know, in my long visits, either over to Zitnik's over in north side of St. Pete, Pinellas, I think, Pinellas Park, or down to Gulf Coast Model Trains down in Sarasota. I'd pick up supply of glue. Well, I'm running low and I didn't want to drive an hour to Zitnik's or the other, so I took a ride up to Tommytown. I got there and they were closed. Not just closed for the day, they're closed. They'd moved out and gone. So I was kind of out of luck, and I still didn't want to drive an hour. So I looked up, hey, turn to Amazon. This little thing, Amazon Prime, was $14, $15. And this is 2 ounces for $14 or $15. That's $7 for basically a little over $7 an ounce delivered. And I'm going, holy crap! And I got to thinking, somebody, and I wish I could remember who, has mentioned MEK. Okay, and if we look at what's in this, it is MEK. Okay. Which is known in the state of California to cause cancer, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I decided, hey, look up at Lowe's, and they got all kinds of paint solvents and that kind of stuff. So I looked it up, and sure enough, they had substitute MEK in a gallon for $40. I'm going, oh, man, I don't need that much. 64 ounces for $40. That's less than a dollar an ounce. But I said, well, let me check by Ace Hardware. Maybe they got something smaller. And sure enough, I got to Ace Hardware, and they had MEK substitute. Now, this is 1 quart, which is 32 ounces. All right. And it was $15. Okay, so $2 an ounce, if my math is correct, versus $7 an ounce. Right. It's probably a lifetime supply. So I really like the Plastruck bottles because they got an applicator brush inside, so I just filled it up and utilized it that way. Now the question, is it going to work or not? Okay. Well, let's take a look and find out, shall we? All right, so I filled up the Bondine, all right, with the substitute MEK. And you would think if it works for thinning specialty coatings like MEK did, it'll work for this. You would think. So let's just apply some on both sides. Stick her on there and hold it for a few seconds. And there we go. Very solid. All right. So it works. All right. Again, MEK substitute. A heck of a lot cheaper, and than buying this off of Amazon. With that, I want to thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.